A very good afternoon. Welcome to Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. I'm Shahin Jurangpati. First, we'll take a look at your headlines. Discussions between the Defense Secretary and Defense Minister of China. A request from the Speaker not to bring mobile phones into the Parliament chamber. Firefighters in South Australia battle to control a bushfire west of Adelaide. Now for the stories in detail. Secretary of Defense Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who is in China, met with Chinese Defense Minister Liang Zhuangli yesterday. Xinhua News Agency reported that during the meeting in Beijing, they pledged to make efforts to boost bilateral ties between the two countries and military cooperation. Rajapaksa is in China to attend the 9th China International Aviation and Aerospace Exhibition to be held in the southern city of Zhuhai. Speaker Shamal Rajapaksa requested members of Parliament to refrain from bringing mobile phones into the Parliament chamber. Now, the Speaker made this request when Parliament convened this morning for the budget debate. He observed that MPs were distracted by mobile phone calls while answering verbal questions. Meanwhile, the third day of the debate on the second reading of the budget is currently underway in Parliament. Moving on to more local news, Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranaike announced in open court today that she would no longer be hearing cases pertaining to the Selinco Golden Key Company and Selinco Sriram. The Chief Justice had stated that she had only taken up the cases upon a request from the judge who was hearing the cases earlier, Justice Shirani Tilakawardena. Thereby, she had taken over the cases along with Justices Nimal Gamini Amaratunga and K. Sri Pawan. Meanwhile, the Chief Justice said that she has received several letters from stakeholders in the Golden Key Company requesting a swift resolution to the problem. She further said that they had requested a 5-judge bench to hear the case. The Chief Justice added that despite the case being close to resolution due to the current developments, she had decided to play no further part in the case. The Chief Justice has ordered the court registrar not to include her name in the bench that is to hear the case. The Chief Justice further stated that the case will be heard by Judges Nimal Gamini Amaratunga, K. Sri Pawan and Satya Hetige. The next hearing will be on the 4th of December. 3 more bodies that were discovered following the prison riot in Valikada have been identified today. The police said that steps have been taken to hand over the bodies to the families of the individuals. 27 prisoners were killed in the prison riot in Valikada on Friday. 19 of the prisoners were identified earlier, while a further 3 were identified today. The identified individuals are Valigamatu Pehege Asanka Udeyakumara, Wallage Lalanta Vijayasiri and Ratnavira Patabadige Leslie. Lalanta Vijayasiri has been identified as a resident of the Gaul area, while Ratnavira has been identified as a resident of the Rajagiri area. Investigations are being carried out to identify the other 5 unidentified persons. The police also said that only one of the 3 escaped convicts is yet to be arrested. Meanwhile, blind students claim that they have been severely inconvenienced due to not receiving Braille textbooks. The students said that this is adversely affecting their studies. The students claim that despite the authorities being informed about the situation, they have not provided any solution to the matter. They claim that they have faced this issue on a regular basis since the distribution of free textbooks by the government. News first inquired from the Secretary to the Ministry of Education, Gotabaya Jayaratne, as to why blind students had not received their Braille textbooks. They said that steps were being taken to provide the students their textbooks. Well, on a very lighter note, the Deepavali festival will be celebrated by Hindus around the world tomorrow. Now, this is how Hindus in Sri Lanka were preparing for the festival. Hindus in Colombo had gathered in this manner with the objective of celebrating Deepavali. The streets of Hatton were packed with people making preparations to celebrate Deepavali as well. In addition, people in Jaffna and Putlam too thronged the shops for the last-minute shopping in view of Deepavali. Moving on to more local news, Chairman of the National Transport Commission, Roshan Gunawardena, claims that several issues have arisen regarding the security of his officers. He said that this situation has arisen due to raids being carried out to nab buses that operate without a valid route permit. Now, the chairman said that that his officers had written to him in this regard and requested additional security. My officers have been continuously threatened. This has been happening before my appointment as chairman and even after. Recently they had entered our office and verbally abused my officers. So my officers have written to me saying that they fear for their safety and have requested me to provide them with security. This is a big problem for us. An individual has been run over by a train flying from Colombo to Galle. The railway control room stated that the accident had occurred between Busa and Dodandua at around 5:25 this morning. Our correspondent said that the victim had been walking along the rail track at the time of the accident. The victim's identity is yet to be established. We're still in local news. A group in the Janabala village in Akmimana conducted a protest yesterday. The protesters demanded ownership of the land they were living on. Now they claim that they were facing numerous difficulties owing to this situation. Well, now in sports news, the fourth day of the first test match between South Africa and Australia is currently underway at the Brisbane Cricket Ground. Now chasing a first innings total of 450, Australia were 384 for the loss of 4 wickets a short while ago. Now Australia's fourth wicket pair of Michael Clarke and Ed Cowan restored parity to the game with a massive partnership of 259 after the hosts were left reeling at 40 for 3. Now Ed Cowan was dismissed for 136 while Michael Clarke is still at the crease on 155. The match is looking more and more likely to be heading for a draw.
McCown will steal a strike for the next up. There it is, he's taken it. It was a tight single. Michael Clarke. Now the it's a massive moment. He wants this series, he wants to play well against the #1 ranked test side, that is South Africa. Michael Clarke, his 20th test match 100, his 4th here at the Gabba. We'll take a drink. A Gatorade, drinks break. Wickets.
That's up in the air. Will they get round? He will. There's two coming together. Oh, he's dropped it.
Well, in more cricket news, National Curator for SLC, Anuradha Pulanovita, says that if weather conditions remain positive, the 5th ODI between Sri Lanka and New Zealand will go ahead as planned. Now, the 5th ODI between the two nations will get underway at the Suryawewa Stadium at 2:30 p.m. today.
At the moment, I am at the Mahinda Rajapaksa Stadium. After bad weather for a few days, today the sun has come out and the outfield looks very dry, and even the pitch, we are going to use the same pitch. And this weather, if it keeps like this, I think we will have a good match and spectators will have a good match to watch.
Well, 9 times world champion Sebastian Loeb ended the 2012 season with a 9th victory when he won the Rally of Spain yesterday.
Loeb finished 7 seconds ahead of Ford driver Jari Matti Latvala, while Loeb's Citroen teammate Mikko Hirvonen was 1 minute 39.8 seconds further back in third. It was the 8th time that Frenchman Loeb had won the Spanish race, which was his last as a full-time driver after 76 rally victories. He had earlier clinched the 9th straight title at the Rally of France in October. Loeb, aged 38, always said he wanted to quit rallying at his peak. Finnish driver Hirvonen will become Citroen's main driver next year when the season starts in Monte Carlo on the 15th of January.
Well, that ends lunchtime news here on MTV Sports. I'm Shah and Jurang Pati. Have a wonderful day ahead of you.